The campaign begins in the city of Dol-Makjar, where a crowd gathers to witness the impending public execution of revolutionary arcanist Thjazi Fang. Though a hero to many, the city's powerful Chamber of Lords have branded Thjazi a traitor. As friends, family, and old comrades converge, a desperate, last-minute plan to save Thjazi from the gallows is set in motion. Among the crowd stands Thjazi's older brother, Halandil, an orcish gentleman trying to maintain his composure as he prepares to watch his brother die.
My name is Halandil Fang. Hal. I am a older, dark-haired with streaks of white, orc gentleman. Dressed in fairly fine but not ostentatious clothing. And has smile lines at the eyes from a life well lived. Trying in this moment to hold on to the spirit that has buoyed him through his life. Maybe not doing as well as he'd like to in this moment.
Tasked with overseeing the execution is Arcane Marshal Azune Nayar, a member of the Revolutionary Guard who uses his station to attempt a covert rescue.
Azune Nayar stands tall, proud. Human in appearance, he is just over 5'10", but gives the presence of someone that's taller than that. His pride carries him above his height. He is strong, lean, muscular. He has medium brown skin and coppery auburn brown hair that's tied back in a braid, a birthmark that goes up the right side of his neck, up his face, and up to his forehead around his eye. His eyes look like a sunset on an ocean. The bottom half of his irises are a deep blue. His pupils are yellow, like the sun that burst out into a orange, and then into a teal, and then into a light gray. He is wearing full armor, as is given to him by his station in Dol-Makjar. He is a member of the Revolutionary Guard, an Arcane Marshal specifically. And his arms are exposed. Along his right bicep are tattooed the words, "Have mercy on those I send you."
Azune secretly messages Thjazi, confirming a magical escape ward has been planted on him and passing on a final message from Hal.
Thjazi, I can buy us a few moments. If you have something that you want to say to someone and want me to pass it to them, now is the time. Hal says he's here with you until the end. And you've always been a hero in his eyes. Well, that makes one of us.
As the execution proceeds, Thjazi spots something in the sky that causes him to panic, and through a final magical connection, he gives Hal a series of cryptic warnings before the lever is pulled and the rope snaps taut.
His eyes dart up to the sky. I'd like you to make an insight check for me.
Natural 20.
And he sees something in the sky, and his face changes. There's panic.
The false authority that now condemns me to death will fall. I regret only that I will miss the glorious celebration when your calumny and destruction comes to an end.
He looks to you and in his mind says, "Tell Thimble not to be scared." He looks out and says,
I can still hear the falcon's cry!
the lever is pulled. In your mind, he says, "Tell her that I..." The rope goes taut. Snap.
Following the execution, a wake is held at Halandil's home in the Rookery neighborhood, where guests begin to arrive to pay their respects.
Stunned, moving through the home, you see with the outline of dried tears on her face is your young daughter, Shadia.
The first to arrive are Taisha Loy, a powerful druid and the mother of Hal's children, and her quiet companion, Octis Taconis.
Taisha is she's tall for an orc, 6'4", sort of desaturated green skin, curly, long, dark hair. It's beginning to show the signs of graying, but her druidic connection means that the age of her is being lost in her face. She's already started slowing down, so she appears in her mid to late 30s. Her eyes, the scleras and pupils are black, but her irises are silver with like a ring of red, and on her hands, her fingers go red and black at the tip. She is Aloy, a family that means something in this city, and she wears those colors, blood and the soot and scale of smiths.
You see a small young man, about small in presence. He's about 5'11".
Tiny.
He is thin, with dark hair and light olive skin and bright green eyes, and wearing dark, noble clothing that is clean but worn, and with an array of implements around his belt and a book strapped to his leg. And he is glassy-eyed.
Azune soon appears, carrying the Thjazi's body into the house himself, followed by old war comrades Teor Pridesire and Loza Blade.
And I'm gonna take him off of whatever this is, this thing that he's been laid on, and I'm gonna scoop him up and I'm gonna carry him inside myself.
Yeah, you see a very tall, very powerfully built lion man. Dark silver fur coming down from his head onto his shoulders. He has a golden breastplate and adornments that would match his station as a vanguard marshal. Purple vestments and a shield on his back as well, with a cape flowing behind him and his feet, of course, uncovered, as is custom for our kind.
The somber gathering is interrupted by the arrival of Wikanda Halavar, a light priest of the Candescent Creed, and his demonic aspirant, Tyranny.
Sitting in the back of the carriage is a tall man, 5'11".
Wild. Tallness is in the mind.
He's a very beautiful young man, maybe 28 or 30 years old. He has sort of light teal and white hair with teal and white robes. I think the most distinguishing characteristic about him would be the pearlescent, shimmering face markings that he has, tattoos all over about half of his face.
People tend to smell her before they see her. Think of like a warm chocolate chip cookie laced with a little bit of sulfur. It's animalic, it's musky, a bit acrid, but with like a creamy sweetness that doesn't make it so unpleasant. Mm-hmm. It's interesting, and it sticks around. She's beautiful, of course. She's got bubblegum colored skin, white hair, blunt bangs that are sort of haphazardly tucked behind a veil, a bunch sticking out. She's got yellow goat's eyes, soft goat's ears, and she's got a silver arrow piercing through one of them, and of course, a forked tongue.
A flashback reveals Wikander had pleaded with his family to spare the Thjazi, only for his grandmother to coldly inform him that the execution must proceed for political reasons.
I remember in Embers, verse 17, it says that the light sees all, and in us exists filament and forgiveness. And that is what my grandmother has just sort of said. That means that even though this gentleman has committed a significant crime, it will be forgiven, and she's going to commute his sentence to life instead.
Yes.
What?
He's gotta die.
I'm sorry?
He's dying. We'll talk more later.
Hal confronts Wikander privately, who claims to be just as shocked and betrayed by his family's decision as Hal is.
You told me it was done. You told me it was taken care of.
I don't know what happened. I failed you.
Suspecting a betrayal, Azune, Octis, and Tior leave the wake to find Thimble, the pixie who was instrumental to the escape plan.
We need to come together and figure out what went wrong with our plan.
Right.
But clearly Taisha is...
So I think it's just Taisha.
Taisha is not in the state to be a part of reconciling this.
They discover the Thjazi's secret hideout has been ransacked, finding signs of a violent struggle and blood on the stairs.
Taor, you look down. It's been cleaned hastily. Underneath the hinge of a secret door, there's blood. Fresh.
Inside, they find Thimble, a tiny pixie, unconscious and dying in a grate on the floor.
You see a very small, 4-inch tall pixie with short brown hair. She's older than the last time you saw her. You can't tell. She thinks she looks almost like 18 at this point. She's in her clothes are a bit tattered now, that dark green. Her wings, which are normally a bright spring green, are almost muted at this point, and the wing is a little bent, and she's unconscious and askew on the ground.
Taor rips the grate from the floor and uses his healing magic to save her, just as a mysterious, hard-drinking ranger named Catagan Vale appears in the doorway.
I will rush over there and throw furniture out of the way as I do so.
You see a human man.
Is he tall?
Howard. He is so tall. He actually is an imposing figure. He's older. I'd say in his mid-40s or so. But it's tough to tell because he's lived a hard life, a weathered life from the very beginning. You see a man at the waning peak of his physical ability, but he was definitely there and very, very capable.
Catagan uses his tracking skills to deduce that a thieves' guild known as the Crow Keepers attacked the hideout, killing several of their own in a sloppy fight and stealing a magical artifact called the Stone of Night Song.
I stumble over and I look at what anybody else would seem like chaos, but I see the footprints, and I see the handprints, and I see the action unfold in the remnants of what happened, and I just subtly cast Clue to myself.
Back at the wake, more guests arrive, including the dashing, masked Bolaire Lethalia and the formidable Sir Julian Davinos, who escorts the Thjazi's estranged wife, Aranessa.
He is covered head to toe. from gloves all the way up to a high neck. He has very long, curly, dark red hair. And the most notable thing about Belair is that he wears a mask.
You see a human man just about to crest into his 30s. Lanky, compact build, sealed within a reinforced leather military uniform of House Divinos, the vassal house 2, the centered house of Royce, in dark purples and gray with red trim.
The party is joined by Murray Magnuson, a gregarious dwarven associate of the Thjazis, who immediately begins networking with the city's magical underbelly.
You see a dwarf woman with a kind of long auburn hair spilling out from under a flat brim cap, like big, long, big hat. And then you see that she's wearing this like coat. It's like long duster jacket that doesn't have sleeves. Sleeves are bullshit. And it looks like she walked into a rich person's house and saw someone's rug and went, "That looks nice," and then made a jacket out of it. And then you see she's not afraid of color. And even though it is a funeral, you know, she has to show off her proudest asset, which is her big old rack. And you know, as she likes to say, you know, lanterns are lit, so are the tits.
Let's go.
The tense gathering is shattered by the arrival of Valis, a tall, scarred elf in dark attire who claims the Thjazi was a thief and demands the return of the Stone of Night Song.
You see an extremely tall woman.
5'11".
Yes. Dressed in sort of deep obsidian, snug, black leather chest armor and robes and pale white lacing that goes all the way up the top to the top of her throat. She pulls down a black hood and she wears a veil of mourning that looks to be chainmail that's draped over her elven ears. I am Valis of the Sisters of Salandri, the fallen goddess of life. The Green Mother, the shaper of the elves. I would like an audience with the executor of this man's things.
I'm Thjazi Fang's brother. If that is what you're looking for.
That man is a thief and he stole something that belongs to me. And I intend to get it back.
Belair recognizes the name of the artifact as a powerful elven relic related to the passage of souls after death.
The Stone of Night Song existed that elves and their immortal spirits need not even touch those ghastly realms, but would be ferried by a spirit of song and night swiftly through the darkness to bright dawn.
Soon after, upon the mention of Thimble's name, a silver box in Hal's study bursts open and shattered pieces of black clay magically assemble themselves into a mask.
Do you know where the little one is?
Which little one?
Oh my god! Where is Thimble?
Thimble.
Thimble.
As you say Thimble's name, upstairs, Hal and Taisha, the silver box flies open. On the desk, shattered ceramic, black clay, hidden in the box, begins to move together into the shape of a mask. much like the one downstairs on Belair's face. What you now see shaking across the inner workings of the box, black velvet and black clay, coming together swiftly because you spoke the name of a little fairy.
With the Thjazi dead and his allies scattered, the failed escape has left a dangerous mystery in its wake. Now the group must uncover who betrayed them, why the Stone of Night Song was stolen, and what the meaning is behind the mask.
Thanks for watching episode 1. We hope you enjoyed it. And the question that I will remember to ask, is it Thursday yet? Yeah! Got it!